Produce. Verb, to yield, make or manufacture, to generate. Hierarchy. Noun, a body of authoritative officials organized in nested ranks. Sites. Noun, sorrow, grief. Noun, the place where anything is fixed. Situation. Local position. Verb, to situate or place a building. Pedal. Noun, a lever operated by one's foot that is used to control or power a machine or mechanism, such as a bicycle or piano. Verb, to operate a pedal attached to a wheel in a continuous circular motion. Adjective, of or relating to the foot. Ruler. Noun, a, usually rigid, flat, rectangular measuring or drawing device with graduations in units of measurement. A straightedge with markings. Verb, to beat with a ruler. As a traditional school punishment. Guide. Noun, someone who guides, especially someone hired to show people around a place or an institution and offer information and explanation. P. Noun, abbreviation of penny. Pence. Noun, one of the many pieces of paper bound together within a book or similar document. Noun, a serving boy, a youth attending a person of high degree, especially at courts, as a position of honor and education. Preposition. For each. Preposition. After, especially after a significant event that has long-term ramifications. Adverb. Somewhat, fairly, quite, sometimes also. By meiosis. Very. Verb, to decorate with fringe or embroidered edge. Verb, to upset, to spin, capsize, fall heavily, fall headlong. Verb, to flow with a murmuring sound in swirls and eddies. Container. Noun, someone who contains, something that contains. Deaf. Noun, a deaf person. Noun, with the, those who are deaf, taken as a group. Verb, to deafen. Adjective, unable to hear, or only partially able to hear. Enjoys. Verb, to receive pleasure or satisfaction from something. Proud. Adjective, feeling honored by something, feeling happy or satisfied about an event or fact. Gratified. Offended. Verb, to hurt the feelings of, to displease, to make angry, to insult. Codes. Noun, a short symbol, often with little relation to the item it represents. Verb, to write software programs. Verb, of a patient, to suffer a sudden medical emergency. A code blue, such as cardiac arrest. Seated. Verb, to put an object into a place where it will rest. To fix. To set firm. Adjective, sitting. Coast. Noun, the edge of the land where it meets an ocean. Sea, gulf, bay, or large lake. Verb, to glide along without adding energy. To allow a vehicle to continue moving forward after disengaging the engine or ceasing to apply motive power. Powder. Noun, the fine particles which are the result of reducing dry substance by pounding, grinding, or triturating, or the result of decay. Dust. Verb, to reduce to fine particles. To pound, grind, or rub into a powder. Noun, a very pale blue color. Noun, freshly fallen, uncompacted snow, especially in the context of alpine skiing. Electricity. Noun, originally, a property of amber and certain other non-conducting substances to attract lightweight material when rubbed, or the cause of this property. Now understood to be a phenomenon caused by the distribution and movement of charged subatomic particles and their interaction with the electromagnetic field. Restore. Noun, the act of recovering data or a system from a backup. Verb, to re-establish, or bring back into existence. Line. Noun, a path through two or more points. Compare, segment, a continuous mark, including as made by a pen. Any path, curved or straight. Verb, to place objects into a line, usually used with up, to form into a line. to align. Caretaker. Noun. Someone who takes care of a place or thing. Someone looking after a place, or responsible for keeping it in good repair. Adjective. Temporary. On a short-term basis. Mail. Noun. A bag or wallet. Verb. Detransitive. To send. A letter. Parcel. Etc. Through the mail. Hard-working. Adjective. Of a person, taking their work seriously and doing it well and rapidly. Foreign. Noun. A foreign person, particularly. Adjective. Located outside a country or place, especially one's own. Handmade. Noun. An art or craft object made by hand. Adjective. Manufactured by hand. Cabbage. Noun. An edible plant. Brassica oleracea var. Capitata. Having a head of green leaves. Verb. To form a head like that of the cabbage. Instead. Adverb. In the place of something, usually mentioned earlier, as a substitute or alternative. Grandson. Noun. A son of one's child. Confluence. Noun. The place where two rivers, streams, or other continuously flowing bodies of water meet and become one, especially where a tributary joins a river. Prohibition. Noun. An act of prohibiting, forbidding, disallowing, or proscribing something. Pen pals. Noun. A friend with whom one communicates using letters, usually over a long distance. Plus. Noun. A positive quantity. Verb. To add. To subject to addition. Adjective. Being positive rather than negative or zero. Preposition. And. Some of the previous one and the following one. Greatly. Adverb. To a great extent or degree. Eyeshadow. Noun. Makeup that is applied to the eyelids and below the eyes to give a darker complexion there. Doing. Verb. Auxiliary. A syntactic marker. Noun. A deed or action, especially when somebody is held responsible for it. Cliff. Noun. A vertical, or nearly vertical, rock face. Changing. Verb. To become something different. Noun. Change. Alteration. Income. Noun. Money one earns by working or by capitalizing on the work of others. Achievements. Noun. The act of achieving or performing. A successful performance. Accomplishment. Highest. Adjective. Very elevated. Extending or being far above a base. Tall. Lofty. Adverb. In or to an elevated position. Collaboration. Noun. The act of collaborating. Discotheque. Noun. Slightly obsolete, a nightclub where dancing takes place. Government. Noun. The body with the power to make and or enforce laws to control a country. Land area. People or organization. Docile. Adjective. Ready to accept instruction or direction. Obedient. Subservient. Given. Verb. Detransitive. To move. Shift. Provide something abstract or concrete to someone or something or somewhere. Noun. A condition that is assumed to be true without further evaluation. Adjective. Already arranged. Preposition. Considering. Taking into account. Mother. Noun. A human, female who has given birth to a baby. Refugee. Noun. A person seeking refuge in a foreign country out of fear of political persecution or the prospect of such persecution in their home country, i.e., a person seeking political asylum. Verb. To convey. Slaves. Away from the advance of the federal forces. Packaging. Verb. To pack or bundle something. Noun. The act of packing something. Pretending. Verb. To claim. To allege. Especially when falsely or as a form of deliberate deception. Noun. The act of imagining. Make-believe. Baking. Verb. With person as subject. To cook something in an oven. Noun. An action in which something is baked. Adjective. That bakes. Ding. Noun. Very minor damage, a small dent or chip. Verb. to hit or strike. Prohibition. Noun, an act of prohibiting, forbidding, disallowing, or proscribing something. Back. Noun, the rear of the body, especially the part between the neck and the end of the spine and opposite the chest and belly. Verb, to go in the reverse direction. Adjective, near the rear. Adverb, to or in a previous condition or place. Breeze. Noun, a light, gentle wind. Verb, usually with along, to move casually, in a carefree manner. Loose. Noun, the release of an arrow. Verb, to let loose, to free from restraints. Adjective, not fixed in place tightly or firmly. Interjection, begin shooting, release your arrows. Perfect. Noun, grammar, the perfect tense, or a form in that tense. Adjective, fitting its definition precisely. Habits. Noun, an action performed on a regular basis. Verb, to clothe. Fond. Verb, to have a foolish affection for. To be fond of. Adjective, chiefly with of, having a liking or affection for. Metadata. Noun, data that describes other data, serving as an informative label. Dare. Noun, a challenge to prove courage. Verb, to have enough courage to do something. Hunter. Noun, one who hunts game for sport or for food, a huntsman or huntswoman. Calculate. Verb, to determine the value of something or the solution to something by a mathematical process. Correctly. Adverb, in a correct manner. Mercy. Noun, relenting, forbearance to cause or allow harm to another. Verb, to feel mercy. Interjection, expressing surprise or alarm. Namespaces. Noun, a conceptual space that groups classes, identifiers, etc., to avoid conflicts with items in unrelated code that have the same names. Namesake. Noun, one who is named after another or for whom another is named. Verb, to name somebody after somebody else. Grounding. Verb, to connect an electrical conductor or device to a ground. Noun, fundamental knowledge or background in a field or discipline. Alright. Adjective, good, in acceptable, if not excellent condition. Interjection, used to indicate acknowledgement or acceptance. Okay. Illustration. Noun, the act of illustrating, the act of making clear and distinct. Education, also, the state of being illustrated, or of being made clear and distinct. Script. Noun, a writing, a written document. Verb, to make or write a script. Mastery. Noun, the position or authority of a master. Dominion, command, supremacy, superiority. Has. Verb, to possess, own. Dressmaker. Noun, a person who makes tailor-made women's clothes. Allocation. Noun, the process or procedure for allocating things, especially money or other resources. Personnel. Noun, employees, office staff. Enough. Adverb, sufficiently. Pronoun, a sufficient or adequate number, amount, etc. Interjection, stop, don't do that anymore. Grandmother. Noun, a mother of someone's parent. Graduated. Verb, to be recognized by a school or university as having completed the requirements of a degree studied at the institution. Adjective, in steps. Point out. Verb, to identify among a group of similar subjects, or in a scene where the subject might not be readily seen or noticed. With a gesture of the body. Simple. Noun, a herbal preparation made from one plant, as opposed to something made from more than one plant. Verb, to gather simples, i.e. medicinal herbs. Adjective, uncomplicated, taken by itself, with nothing added. Investing. Verb, to spend money, time, or energy on something, especially for some benefit or purpose. Used within. Noun, the act of something being invested. an investment. Cried. Verb, to shed tears, to weep. Blushed. Verb, to become red in the face, and sometimes experience an associated feeling of warmth, especially due to shyness, shame, excitement, or embarrassment. Rooms. Noun, opportunity or scope, to do something. Verb, to reside, especially as a boarder or tenant. Reminder. Noun, someone or something that reminds. Possession. Noun, control or occupancy of something for which one does not necessarily have private property rights. Verb, to invest with property. Causing. Verb, to set off an event or action. Sandy. Adjective, covered with sand. Remember. Verb, to recall from one's memory, to have an image in one's memory. Field. Noun, a land area free of woodland, cities, and towns. Open country. Verb, to intercept or catch a ball and play it. Imitation. Noun, the act of imitating. Historical. Noun, a historical romance. Adjective, of, concerning, or in accordance with recorded history, particularly, as opposed to legends, myths, and fictions. Chest. Noun, a box. Now usually a large strong box with a secure convex lid. Verb, to hit with one's chest. Front of one's body. Limited. Verb, to restrict, not to allow to go beyond a certain bound. To set boundaries. Noun, an express train that only halts at a limited number of stops. Adjective, with certain, often specified, limits placed upon it. Except. Verb, to exclude, to specify as being an exception. Preposition, with the exception of, but. Conjunction, with the exception that, used to introduce a clause, phrase or adverb forming an exception or qualification to something previously stated. Row. Noun, a line of objects, often regularly spaced, such as seats in a theater, vegetable plants in a garden, etc. Conclude. Verb, to end, to come to an end. Spit. Noun, a thin metal or wooden rod on which meat is skewered for cooking, often over a fire. Verb, to impale on a spit, to pierce with a sharp object. Speaker. Noun, one who speaks. Mixed. Verb, to stir together. Adjective, having two or more separate aspects. Absorb. Verb, to include so that it no longer has separate existence. To overwhelm. To cause to disappear as if by swallowing up. To incorporate. To assimilate. To take in and use up. Recovery. Noun, the act or process of regaining or repossession of something lost. Chair. Noun, an item of furniture used to sit on or in, comprising a seat, legs, back, and sometimes arm rests, for use by one person. Compare stool, couch, sofa, settee, love seat and bench. Verb, to act as chairperson at, to preside over. Noun, a chairman or chairwoman, someone who presides over a meeting, board, etc. Noun, a chair-like device used for performing execution by electrocution. Onboarding. Noun, the process of bringing a new employee on board, incorporating training and orientation. Rest. Noun, of a person or animal, relief from work or activity by sleeping, sleep. Critical. Noun, a critical value, factor, etc. Adjective, inclined to find fault or criticize. Basis. Noun, a physical base or foundation. Self. Noun, one individual's personality, character, demeanor, or disposition. Verb, to fertilize by the same individual. To self-fertilize or self-pollinate. Adjective, having its own or a single nature or character throughout, as in color, composition, etc., without addition or change, of the same kind. Unmixed. Pronoun, himself, herself, itself, themselves. that specific person mentioned. Pretending. Verb. To claim. To allege. Especially when falsely or as a form of deliberate deception. Noun. The act of imagining. Make-believe. Detective. Noun. Law enforcement. A police officer who looks for evidence as part of solving a crime. An investigator. Adjective. Employed in detecting. Punctual. Adjective. Prompt. On time. Leadership. Noun. The capacity of someone to lead others. Mentions. Noun. A speaking or notice of anything. Usually in a brief or cursory manner. Used especially in the phrase make mention of. Verb. To make a short reference to something. Jerky. Adjective. Characterized by physical jerking. Dislike. Noun. An attitude or a feeling of distaste or aversion. Verb. To displease. To offend. In third person only. Sang. Verb. To produce musical or harmonious sounds with one's voice. Listens. Verb. To pay attention to a sound or speech. Goodness. Noun. The state or characteristic of being good. Becoming. Verb. To arrive. Come. To a place. Noun. The act or process by which something becomes. Adjective. Pleasingly suitable. Fit. Congruous. Beautiful. Happening. Verb. To occur or take place. Adjective. Of a place. Busy. Lively. Vibrant. Dynamic. Fashionable. Newer. Adjective. Recently made, or created. Picks. Noun. A tool used for digging. A pickaxe. Verb. To grasp and pull with the fingers or fingernails. Sports. Noun. Any activity that uses physical exertion or skills competitively under a set of rules that is not based on aesthetics. Verb. To amuse oneself. To play. Verb. To participate in sports. Typically used by a person with little interest in the subject to derisively elide details of the activity in question. Beautician. Noun. One who does hairstyling, manicures, and other beauty treatments. 17th. Noun. One of 17 equal parts of a whole. Adjective. The ordinal form of the number 17. Football. Noun. General. A sport played on foot in which teams attempt to get a ball into a goal or zone defended by the other team. Verb. To play football. Matching. Verb. To agree. To be equal. To correspond. Noun. The process by which things are matched together or paired up. Adjective. The same as another. Sharing the same design. Bread. Noun. A foodstuff made by baking dough made from cereals. Verb. To coat with breadcrumbs. Simple. Noun. A herbal preparation made from one plant. As opposed to something made from more than one plant. Verb. To gather simples. I.e. medicinal herbs. Adjective. Uncomplicated. Taken by itself. With nothing added. Riddle. Noun. A verbal puzzle. Mystery. Or other problem of an intellectual nature. Verb. To speak ambiguously or enigmatically. Show off. Verb. To exhibit the best attributes of something. Noun. One who shows off. Authenticate. Adjective. Of the same origin as claimed. Genuine. Verb. To render authentic. To give authority to. By the proof. Attestation. Or formalities required by law. Or sufficient to entitle to credit. Mammals. Noun. An animal of the class Mammalia. Characterized by being warm-blooded. Having hair and feeding milk to its young. Alcohol. Noun. Any of a class of organic compounds. Such as ethanol. Containing a hydroxyl functional group. O. Quantity. Noun. A fundamental. Generic term used when referring to the measurement. Count. Amount. Of a scalar. Vector. Number of items or to some other way of denominating the value of a collection or group of items. Dishonest. Adjective. Not honest. Providing. Verb. To make a living. Earn money for necessities. Noun. Something provided. a provision. Distributions. Noun, an act of distributing or state of being distributed. Monument. Noun, a structure built for commemorative or symbolic reasons, or as a memorial. A commemoration. Verb, to mark or memorialize with a monument. Elbow. Noun, the joint between the upper arm and the forearm. Verb, to push with the elbow. According. Verb, to make, to agree or correspond. To suit one thing to another. To adjust. Adjective, agreeing. In agreement or harmony. Harmonious. Adverb, accordingly. Correspondingly. Completely. Adverb, manner, in a complete manner. Leaving. Verb, to have a consequence or remnant. Verb, to give leave to. Allow. Permit. Let. Grant. Verb, to produce leaves or foliage. Verb, to raise. To levy. Latest. Adjective, near the end of a period of time. Adverb, after a deadline has passed. Past a designated time. Noun, the most recent thing, particularly information or news. Prejudice. Noun, an adverse judgment or opinion formed beforehand or without knowledge of the facts. Verb, to have a negative impact on someone's position, chances, etc. Capsized. Verb, to overturn. Gaps. Noun, an opening in anything made by breaking or parting. Verb, to notch. As a sword or knife. Noun, an elected head of a gawag in Bhutan. Parade. Noun, an organized procession consisting of a series of consecutive displays, performances, exhibits, etc., displayed by moving down a street past a crowd of spectators. Verb, to march in or as if in a procession. Partially. Adverb, to a partial degree or extent, incompletely. Laugh. Noun, an expression of mirth particular to the human species. The sound heard in laughing. Laughter. Verb, to show mirth, satisfaction, or derision, by peculiar movement of the muscles of the face, particularly of the mouth, causing a lighting up of the face and eyes, and usually accompanied by the emission of explosive or chuckling sounds from the chest and throat. To indulge in laughter. Pale. Noun, paleness, pallor. Verb, to turn pale, to lose color. Adjective, light in color. Situation. Noun, the combination of circumstances at a given moment, a state of affairs. Innovation. Noun, the act of innovating, the introduction of something new, in customs, rites, etc. Glide. Noun, the act of gliding. Verb, to move softly, smoothly, or effortlessly. Stack. Noun, heading, a pile. Verb, to arrange in a stack, or to add to an existing stack. Geographer. Noun, a specialist in geography. Fingers. Noun, a slender jointed extremity of the human hand, exclusive of the thumb. Verb, to identify or point out. Also put the finger on. To report to or identify for the authorities. Rat on. Rat out. Squeal on. Tattle on. Turn in. Fingers. Noun, a slender jointed extremity of the human hand, exclusive of the thumb. Verb, to identify or point out. Also put the finger on. To report to or identify for the authorities. Rat on. Rat out. Squeal on. Tattle on. Turn in. Businessman. Noun, a man in business, one who works at a commercial institution. Situation. Noun, the combination of circumstances at a given moment, a state of affairs. Mastery. Noun, the position or authority of a master, dominion, command, supremacy, superiority. Nickname. Noun, a familiar, invented given name for a person or thing used instead of the actual name of the person or thing. Verb, to give a nickname to a person or thing. Remember. Verb, to recall from one's memory, to have an image in one's memory. Scientific. Adjective, of, or having to do with science. Factory. Noun. A trading establishment, especially set up by merchants working in a foreign country. Adjective. Of a configuration, part, etc., having come from the factory in the state it is currently in. Original. Stock. Postage. Noun. The charge for posting an item. Cellar. Noun. An enclosed underground space, often under a building, used for storage or shelter. Verb. To store in a cellar. Photographs. Noun. A picture created by projecting an image onto a photosensitive surface such as a chemically treated plate or film, CCD receptor, etc. Verb. To take a photograph of. Response. Noun. A response. Verb. To say something in return. To answer. To reply. Consistent. Noun. In the plural. Objects or facts that are coexistent, or in agreement with one another. Adjective. Of a regularly occurring, dependable nature. Artworks. Noun. A painting, drawing, sculpture or other piece of creative, visual art. Modest. Adjective. Not bragging or boasting about oneself or one's achievements. Unpretentious, humble. Receives. Noun. An operation in which data is received. Verb. To take. As something that is offered, given, committed, sent, paid, etc. To accept. To be given something. Dean. Noun. A senior official in a college or university, who may be in charge of a division or faculty. For example, the dean of science, or have some other advisory or disciplinary function. For example, the dean of students. Verb. To serve as a dean. Faculty. Noun. The academic staff at schools, colleges, universities or not-for-profit research institutes, as opposed to the students or support staff. Reformat. Verb. To format anew or again, generally erasing a previous format. Gene. Noun. A theoretical unit of heredity of living organisms. A gene may take several values and in principle predetermines a precise trait of an organism's form. Phenotype. Such as hair color. Paralegal. Noun. One who assists a lawyer in routine legal work, but who is without qualified status as a solicitor or barrister. England and Wales. Attorney. U.S. Or advocate. Known more commonly in the U.S. as a legal assistant. Beekeeper. Noun. A person who maintains hives and keeps bees, especially for the production of honey. Continuous. Adjective. Without stopping, without a break, cessation, or interruption. Seeds. Noun. A fertilized and ripened ovule, containing an embryonic plant. Verb. To plant or sow an area with seeds. Notes. Noun. Heading. A symbol or annotation. Verb. To notice with care. To observe. To remark. To heed. Noun. That which is needed or necessary. Business. Duty. Work. Careful. Adjective. Taking care. Attentive to potential danger, error or harm. Cautious. Lime. Noun. Any inorganic material containing calcium. Usually calcium oxide, quicklime, or calcium hydroxide. Slake lime. Verb. To treat with calcium hydroxide or calcium oxide. Lime. Illness. Noun. An instance of a disease or poor health. Previously. Adverb. With present tense constructions. First. Beforehand, in advance. Spot. Noun. A round or irregular patch on the surface of a thing having a different color, texture, etc., and generally round in shape. Verb. To see, find, to pick out, notice, locate, distinguish or identify. Adjective. Available on the spot, for immediate payment or delivery. Noted. Verb. To notice with care, to observe, to remark, to heed. Adjective. Well known because of one's reputation. Famous. Celebrated. Put down. Verb. to insult, belittle, or demean. Noun, an insult or barb, a snide or demeaning remark. Gravity. Noun, the state or condition of having weight, heaviness. Actions. Noun, something done so as to accomplish a purpose. Verb, to act on a request etc. in order to put it into effect. Satisfied. Verb, to do enough for, to meet the needs of, to fulfill the wishes or requirements of. Ends. Noun, the terminal point of something in space or time. Verb, to come to an end. Noun, the area in close proximity to one's home, neighborhood. Loads. Noun, a burden, a weight to be carried. Verb, to put a load on or in, a means of conveyance or a place of storage. Adverb, lots, much, plenty, a great deal, spent. Verb, to pay out, money. Adjective, consumed, used up, exhausted, depleted. Rehabilitation. Noun, the process of rehabilitating somebody or something. Little. Noun, a small amount. Adjective, small in size. Adverb, not much. Pronoun, not much, not a large amount. Fist. Noun, a hand with the fingers clenched or curled inward. Verb, to strike with the fist. Reachable. Noun, someone or something that can be reached. Adjective, within easy reach, accessible. Course. Noun, a sequence of events. Verb, to run or flow, especially of liquids and more particularly blood. Prevented. Verb, to stop, an outcome, to keep from, doing something. Arrangement. Noun, the act of arranging. Outings. Noun, a pleasure trip or excursion. General. Noun, a general fact or proposition. A generality. Verb, to lead. Soldiers. As a general. Adjective, including or involving every part or member of a given or implied entity. Whole etc. as opposed to specific or particular. Adverb, in a general or collective manner or sense. In most cases. Upon the whole. Stale. Noun, something stale. A loaf of bread or the like that is no longer fresh. Verb, of alcohol. To make stale. To age in order to clear and strengthen. A drink, especially beer. Adjective, alcohol. Clear. Free of dregs and lees. Old and strong. Loosen. Verb, to make loose. O. Noun, the name of the Latin script letter O. Business. Noun, a specific commercial enterprise or establishment. Adjective, of, to, pertaining to or utilized for purposes of conducting trade, commerce, governance, advocacy or other professional purposes. Loudly. Adverb, in a loud manner, at a high volume. Hardcover. Noun, a book with a rigid binding, often of cardboard or leather. Adjective, of a book, having a rigid binding. Olive. Noun, a tree. Olea europaea, cultivated since ancient times in the Mediterranean for its fruit and the oil obtained from it. Adjective, of a grayish-green color. That of an unripe olive. Show off. Verb, to exhibit the best attributes of something. Noun, one who shows off. Dizzy. Verb, to make dizzy, to bewilder. Adjective, having a sensation of whirling, with a tendency to fall. Giddy, feeling unbalanced or lightheaded. By. Noun, the position of a person or team in a tournament or competition who draws no opponent in a particular round so advances to the next round unopposed, or is awarded points for a win in a league table. Also the phantom opponent of such a person or team. Bench. Noun, a long seat with or without a back. Found for example in parks and schools. Verb, to remove a player from play. French. Verb, to prepare food by cutting it into strips. Deduce. Verb, to reach a conclusion by applying rules of logic to given premises. Coroner. Noun, a public official who presides over an inquest into unnatural deaths. cases of treasure trove, and debris from shipwrecks. Functionality. Noun. The ability to perform a task or function. That set of functions that something is able or equipped to perform. Shaped. Verb. To create or make. Adjective. Having been given a shape, especially a curved shape. Shows. Noun. A play, dance, or other entertainment. Verb. To display. To have somebody see something. Discotheque. Noun. Slightly obsolete, a nightclub where dancing takes place. Proper. Noun. Something set apart for a special use. Adjective. Heading. Suitable. Adverb. Properly, thoroughly, completely. Owns. Verb. To have rightful possession of. Property, goods or capital. To have legal title to. Verb. To grant, give. Related. Verb. To tell in a descriptive way. Adjective. Standing in relation or connection. Adjective. Connected to or depending on something else. Comparative. Ancient. Noun. A person who is very old. Adjective. Having lasted from a remote period. Having been of long duration. Of great age. Very old. Eye. Noun. An organ through which animals see. Perceive surroundings via light. Verb. To observe carefully or appraising ly. Guidelines. Noun. A non-specific rule or principle that provides direction to action or behavior. Cartoon. Noun. A humorous drawing, often with a caption, or a strip of such drawings. Verb. To draw a cartoon. A humorous drawing. Parrot. Noun. A kind of bird, many species of which are colorful and able to mimic human speech. Of the order Psittaciformes or, narrowly, of the family Psittacidae. Verb. To repeat exactly what has just been said, without necessarily showing understanding, in the manner of a parrot. Impression. Noun. The indentation or depression made by the pressure of one object on or into another. Verb. To manipulate a blank key within a lock so as to mark it with impressions of the shape of the lock, which facilitates creation of a duplicate key. Disregard. Noun. The act or state of deliberately not paying attention or caring about. Misregard. Verb. To ignore. Pay no attention to. Both. Pronoun. Each of the two, or of the two kinds. Conjunction. Including both of. Used with an. Physicist. Noun. A person whose occupation specializes in the science of physics, especially at a professional level. College. Noun. A corporate group. A group of colleagues. Astronauts. Noun. A member of the crew of a spaceship or other spacecraft that travels beyond Earth's atmosphere. Or someone trained to serve that purpose. Pair. Noun. Two similar or identical things taken together. Often followed by of. Verb. To group into one or more sets of two. Mortals. Noun. A human. Someone susceptible to death. Package. Noun. Something which is packed. A parcel. A box. An envelope. Verb. To pack or bundle something. Equality. Noun. The fact of being equal. Finals. Noun. A final examination. A test or examination given at the end of a term or class. The test that concludes a class. Attract. Verb. To pull toward without touching. Shade. Noun. Darkness where light, particularly sunlight, is blocked. Chest. Noun. A box. Now usually a large strong box with a secure convex lid. Verb. To hit with one's chest. Front of one's body. Steal. Noun. The act of stealing. Verb. To take illegally, or without the owner's permission. Something owned by someone else. Shin. Noun. The front part of the leg below the knee. The front edge of the shin bone. Shin bone. Verb. As, shin up. To climb a mast, tree, rope, or the like. By embracing it alternately with the arms and legs. Without help of steps, spurs, or the like. Muscle. Noun. A contractile form of tissue which animals use to effect movement. Verb. To use force to make progress. Especially physical force. Exams. Noun. The act of examining. Guy. Noun. An effigy of a man burned on a bonfire on the anniversary of the gunpowder plot. The 5th of November. Verb. To exhibit an effigy of Guy Fawkes around the 5th of November. Medical. Noun. A medical examination. Adjective. Of or pertaining to the practice of medicine. Put. Noun. A right to sell something at a predetermined price. Verb. To place something somewhere. Products. Noun. A commodity offered for sale. Drive. Noun. Motivation to do or achieve something. Ability coupled with ambition. Verb. To provide an impetus for motion or other physical change. To move an object by means of the provision of force thereto. Category. Noun. A group, often named or numbered, to which items are assigned based on similarity or defined criteria. Become. Verb. To arrive, come, to a place. Documents. Noun. An original or official paper used as the basis, proof, or support of anything else, including any writing, book, or other instrument conveying information pertinent to such proof or support. Verb. To record in documents. Cyclist. Noun. A person who rides a cycle, especially a bicycle, or who habitually engages in cycling. Society. Noun. A long-standing group of people sharing cultural aspects such as language, dress, norms of behavior and artistic forms. Proper. Noun. Something set apart for a special use. Adjective. Heading. Suitable. Adverb. Properly. Thoroughly. Completely. Both. Pronoun. Each of the two, or of the two kinds. Conjunction. Including both of. Used within. Decided. Verb. To resolve. A contest. Problem. Dispute. Etc. To choose. Determine. Or settle. Adjective. Determined. Resolute. Engraved. Verb. To carve text or symbols into something, usually for the purposes of identification or art. Verb. To put in a grave. To bury. Adjective. Made by engraving. Starters. Noun. Someone who starts something. Key. Noun. An object designed to open and close a lock. Verb. To fit a lock with a key. Adjective. Indispensable. Supremely important. Positive. Noun. A thing capable of being affirmed. Something real or actual. Adjective. Not negative or neutral. Docile. Adjective. Ready to accept instruction or direction. Obedient. Subservient. Occurring. Verb. To happen or take place. Noun. An instance of something occurring. An event or happening. Adjective. In combination. That occurs in a specified manner. Artist. Noun. A person who creates art. Adjective. Artistic. Exceed. Verb. To be larger, greater than something. Comparison. Noun. The act of comparing or the state or process of being compared. Marine. Noun. A soldier. Normally a member of a marine corps. Trained to serve on board or from a ship. Adjective. Belonging to or characteristic of the sea. Existing or found in the sea. Formed or produced by the sea. Regiment. Noun. A unit of armed troops under the command of an officer, and consisting of several smaller units. Now specifically, usually composed of 2 or more battalions. Verb. To form soldiers into a regiment. Renowned. Adjective. Famous, celebrated, or well-known. Infrastructure. Noun. Systems theory. An underlying base or foundation especially for an organization or system. Purple. Noun. A color that is a dark blend of red and blue. Dark magenta. Verb. To turn purple in color. Adjective. Having a color that is a dark blend of red and blue. Noun. A recreational drug based on cough syrup. Popular in the hip-hop community in the southern United States. Qualify. Noun. An instance of throwing and catching each prop at least twice. Verb. To describe or characterize something by listing its qualities. Columns. Noun. A solid upright structure designed usually to support a larger structure above it, such as a roof or horizontal beam, but sometimes for decoration. Laugh. Noun. An expression of mirth particular to the human species. The sound heard in laughing. Laughter. Verb. To show mirth, satisfaction, or derision, by peculiar movement of the muscles of the face, particularly of the mouth, causing a lighting up of the face and eyes, and usually accompanied by the emission of explosive or chuckling sounds from the chest and throat. To indulge in laughter. Brewed. Verb. To make tea or coffee by mixing tea leaves or coffee beans with hot water. Reuse. Noun. The act of salvaging or in some manner restoring a discarded item to yield something usable. Verb. To use again something that is considered past its usefulness, usually for something else. Sprint. Noun. A short race at top speed. Verb. To run, cycle, etc., at top speed for a short period. Filtering. Verb. To sort, sift, or isolate. Noun. The process of passing something through a filter. Celebrated. Verb. To extol or honor in a solemn manner. Adjective. Famous or widely praised. Mouth. Noun. The opening of a creature through which food is ingested. Verb. To speak, to utter. Produces. Verb. To yield, make or manufacture, to generate. Luck. Noun. Something that happens to someone by chance. A chance occurrence, especially a favorable one. Verb. To succeed by chance. Evaluated. Verb. To draw conclusions from examining. To assess. Drum. Noun. A percussive musical instrument spanned with a thin covering on at least one end for striking, forming an acoustic chamber, affecting what materials are used to make it. A membranophone. Option. Noun. One of a set of choices that can be made. Verb. To purchase an option on something. Racing. Verb. To take part in a race, in the sense of a contest. Verb. To assign a race to. To perceive as having a, usually specified, race. Noun. The sport of competing in races. Verb. To demolish. To level to the ground. Partying. Verb. To celebrate at a party, to have fun, to enjoy oneself. Anger. Noun. A strong feeling of displeasure, hostility or antagonism towards someone or something, usually combined with an urge to harm. Verb. To cause such a feeling of antagonism in. Crafted. Verb. To make by hand and with much skill. Adjective. Manufactured. Pronunciation. Noun. The formal or informal way in which a word is made to sound when spoken. Nightmare. Noun. A demon or monster, thought to plague people while they slept and cause a feeling of suffocation and terror during sleep. Associated. Verb. To join in or form a league, union, or association. Adjective. Of a person or thing, connected with something or another person. Gravity. Noun. The state or condition of having weight, heaviness. Artist. Noun. A person who creates art. Adjective. Artistic. Cars. Noun. A wheeled vehicle that moves independently, with at least 3 wheels. Powered mechanically. Steered by a driver and mostly for personal transportation. Noun. A turn. Noun. The first part of a cons in Lisp. The first element of a list. Homeless. Adjective. Lacking a permanent place of residence. Confidence. Noun. Self-assurance,